These are the things I've learned when making my wooden gear clocks. Before you rip off the piece of paper off the wooden wheel that you just made, make sure you sand it to the line of those gear teeth and make that black line disappear. On my first clock I hadn't done this, and my teeth just jammed up and they wouldn't go anywhere. So there is method to my madness when I like to blow on these clocks and make them go round, so I can actually see where the teeth are meshing and make sure they mesh correctly and cleanly. One of the things I noticed different about this clock was the teeth profile. They're quite sharp. I had remembered to round them off on the main wheels, but I had forgotten to do it on the intermediate wheel and the hour wheel, and when it came to ticking, they locked because the edges are so sharp they just stuck on another, so I had to take them off and round them off. I found that I couldn't put my steel BBs in an 8-inch length tube, so I had to redesign my shell. This one has a lot more space. The wood for the weight shell consists of 1/4 inch wood. Two sides are 2.5 inches wide by 12 inches long. Two sides are 2 inches wide, 12 inches long. Put them together and you get a 2.5 inch wide box. The top and bottom are made from 3/4 inch wood, and I glued the bottom 3/4 piece of wood into the weight shell. For the pegs at the top I used 532 brass rod and drilled it to a depth about 7/8 of an inch. I've noticed when using brass, the brass tends to be a fraction smaller than the drill hole, so when I came to putting my spacer in my cannon pinion, it was just too sloppy, so I added some shellac at the tips and put that in, and that kind of fixed it, and no more sloppy minute hand. What to do with your goof ups? Here are a few ideas you can use with your goof ups. Instead of fluffy dice, a clock gear. Some tasteful jewellery. A coaster for the kitchen table. Some beautiful Christmas decorations. And finally, the workshop light pull. Ooh. So let's recap. Make sure all wheels are round. Make sure all the surfaces of the teeth are clean and polished and no other junk is on them, that they're nice and clean and dry. Also, make sure that the arbors are also being cleaned out, the arbor holes and the actual arbors. There's no scratches on the arbors to cause friction, and make sure that all the addendums are all sanded and rounded off. Make sure your cannon pinions and all the other little pinions were perfectly round as well. For more information, check out Clayton Boy's website. He has lots of information and little tips there for you to look at. Till next time, and till the next clock, we'll see you then. Thanks. Goodbye.